Hello everyone, Dr. Kelsey here, the Wish Doctor, www.thewishdr.com. Thank you for joining me. This is a quick tutorial of basic information on the combination vampire machine and wish machine, all in one unit. I want to give an explanation of this, and you'll see compared to the least expensive basic model, there's a large difference in what we're doing. Now, first of all, you will get your manual that explains what a vampire machine is and how to use it. You're also going to get, and I'm going to cover name and birth date up here, your personal manual that derives information from your birth date and also your birthstone. You're also going to get another manual that covers what's in this neat little bag here, which is an orgone pyramid. We'll talk about that in a moment too. You're also going to get a manual, the Tesla coil that comes with this unit. Then you're going to get a manual of an overall function of the wishing machine. So you've got a lot of material here to work from. I want to make sure that you get the best out of this. That's why I put all this together to send with this as a package. So when you get your vampire machine, this is the basic machine. In the packaging, in this little bag is going to be your orgone pyramid. You're going to get the same two little 3.5 millimeter jacks with alligator clips that come with all my machines. And you're going to get a Tesla coil. So all that's going to be in your packaging. Alright, and we're going to go over this now. Just like what's on a standard wishing machine, you're going to have on the top an input plate and a stick plate, right? Which they're going to be there, all right? We'll talk about that. You're going to have 5 knobs, just like you do on all my other machines. You're going to have an on and off power button. And when you turn it on, you're going to know it's going to turn bright red, okay? You're going to have the output and the input jacks that you will use with these cords here. And you have another input tube on the side here. And this is where you put the representation of the source of where you're getting your energy, where you want to get your energy from. So I want to cover this real quick. You've heard possibly of a psychic vampire. A psychic vampire is someone that feeds off the energy of other people, draining them. You may know someone that every time you spend any time with this person, you walk away feeling depleted. You feel less energetic than you did earlier prior to being with them. These most likely are psychic vampires that are draining you of your energy for their own benefit. This puts you in a position to grab energy from other sources. Technically, yes, you could put someone's picture and drain energy from afar from somebody's picture. That is not the recommended use. There are other sources. The sun is energy. You could take a picture of the sun and put it in this tube to represent that you want to get your energy from the sun. You could get the energy from the earth, from a waterfall. Again, you can be creative as to where and what type of energy you want to get. Positive, good energy. Now, so here's the process. If you are using this in the vampire machine mode, the Tesla coil is not necessary. And I'm going to demonstrate to you what you do. You're not using this input plate. You're using this tube slot here. Okay? And you would insert the picture of the sun, the picture of the earth, the picture of your church, the picture of wherever you want to draw energy from. And then on the output, you would be using your picture, something that represents you. To get these frequencies here, which not all people that use a vampire machine concern themselves, but all these should be turned totally clockwise. You can do like we do on the wishing machines and use a stick plate, and as you drag your finger, slowly turn the knob, and you feel here, it grabs, so you would stop turning as soon as you feel a grab. It could be very subtle. You go here, 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 and here. All right? Same step all the way through. Now, there's other people that will set these in different ways. Some people just go with what they feel. They'll turn it and okay, that feels good right there, without even using the stick plate. Whatever works for you. And you may try different ways of setting it. Some people use a pendulum. They'll narrow down the numbers. So they'll set this on 0 to 10 and ask the pendulum yes or no as they put the pendulum over the machine, and they'll narrow down where it should go. So you can be creative with that. You can use and find a way that's most effective for you. That's what's important. Now, so you would, first of all, there is a bag of here. When you first get it, there's a little piece of plastic, so you'll see some screws, so there is a battery in here. If that runs down, you need to replace that battery. This is on there. It's not going to come off, but you pull this plastic tab out. And you turn this on, and you'll see what's happening there. Okay? So that's what you want when you are using this and you've got your energy source. You want to make sure that is red inside there. And once you get everything set, you got the source here in this tube. You got that glowing red in there. And you got your frequency set with 5 knobs. Now, one more step. If this one stopped at 20, then you want to move it over to 80. If this one stopped at 30, then you want to move it over to 70. If this one stopped at 60, you want to move it over to 40. If you hear what I'm saying, is after you go through the initial setting, you put your what represents the source of your energy here. You've already got the initial frequency set. Everything's ready to go. But right before you turn this on, you want the totals to come out to 100. You'll notice that the dials are 0 to 100. So if this stopped at 20, in order to have this 100%, then you'd move it to 80 and leave it there. If this one stopped at 40, in order to get to the 100%, you'd move it to 60. 60 and 40 is 100. That would be the end result of all these dials. If this one stopped at 50, you would leave it at 50, because 50 and 50 is 100. If this one stopped at 90, you'd move it back to 10. It's 100. So at the end of it, you go through, first of all, you set whatever represents the sources of your energy that you're trying to get in here. You turn the illumination of red inside the tube on here. There's a little switch. When you first get this, there's going to be a little plastic tab that you'll pull out. Okay? That's to save the battery for you. If the battery runs dead, there's 4 little tiny screws. You take those out and you find the right watch battery to put in there. So we've got this all set. All these have been gone through the first frequency setting and then balanced out to 100. starting of course at all these turn totally counterclockwise. You've got a picture of you here, whatever representing you or where you want the energy to go. You've got the source of the energy in that red tube. It's lit up red. Now you're ready to turn it on. When it's on, that red light will be on. And there you are. Now, on this mode of the vampire machine, if you want a more direct connection to you and you're sitting with the machine, again, you can use the output and attach it to you. Use your clothing, ball cap, whatever. Okay? And you can sit with the machine. Now, if you have seen the instructional videos on the wishing machine part, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. Once you get all that set, once you have everything in place, you've got it all powered up, this is when you're going to take out the Orgone Pyramid. And this is explained in your manual as well. And you'll place it right over what is representing you, like that. Okay? Now, all this stays the same as you're using a wishing machine, except you're not using the tube, you're using the input plate. There's a coil here, you can feel it. This is where you would attach this. You can go ahead and attach this and leave it there. This coil attaches on this corner of the machine on the input side. It is powered on a 9-volt battery. There is a paper that you peel off on the bottom here. I don't have any fingernails. And right under there is this real sticky pad. And you firmly place that in a corner so it stays put. I'm not going to ship it that way because it just wouldn't be practical and I don't want it broke. So after you pull that off, you want to make sure that the power cord is coming out the back end, and you want it in this far corner right here. You don't want to take any more room of this, and just in the far corner, square it off in that corner. As soon as you have attached a 9-volt battery or a 9-volt AC adapter to this, that light bulb is going to illuminate and you know it's working. You'll also know before you power it up, there is, and you probably can't see it in here, but leaning against here is a piece of that little copper bar that's used as a coil here. You want to just pull it up and away. Don't tug on it because you don't want to unravel any of this, but just make sure that one strand is pulled up and away. So you can use this when you are using it as a wishing machine. Now all this is explained in the manual that you get with this machine. It has been personalized to you. Now, I've shown you how to attach this. Alright. I've shown you alligator clips with the jacks that fit here. I've shown you where this is powered right here. A little on off switch, you'll see it. So I'll turn that off. You'll see it goes off. Okay? Now, this one I'm going to open it up and I want you to see inside because clearly there's more power coming here. So there's another power source. You do not have to plug this into any outlet. It all runs on batteries. But there are technically 3 places the batteries get attached. A 9-volt battery, and you can get an AC adapter for this, but a 9-volt battery for the Tesla coil, the watch battery for the red illumination inside the box and the tube, and then there's going to be another 9-volt battery. So, if all of a sudden you go through after you've had it. And these should last a long time. Okay? But this black box contains the battery to operate this in here. And that's where you would change it, right there. You just slide this cover off. It's pretty evident. It's got a little arrow there. And you just snap it back on once you change it. Okay? There. Now, you're going to see another dial in here. Okay? If you were going through and you've got everything else set and it's like, I just don't feel it, then you've got all these balanced out at the 100 that I talked about. You went through, whether you used a stick plate or however you came up with the initial setting for the frequency, and then after you got it all set, you went back to balance it out to 100%, like I talked about. And after a few days, it's like, I'm just not feeling it. Don't bother these, but open up the box and adjust this setting. Okay? And again, I want you to take a breath. I want you to stay calm, and I want you to go by what you feel. Okay? Now, don't mess with any of the wiring. It's set up for your usage. Don't open the box up any more than you have to. There's energy here, and that energy should stay contained in here to do the best job. So don't be opening and closing this machine. You're going to have to change your battery on occasion. That should be a rare thing to have to do that. And if you feel the need to make an adjustment here, and there's no particular way to determine where this should be. It's going to be according to your feeling, what you're getting from it, what you're feeling that it should be. It's like that feels right. Okay, so that's the way that works. All right. Otherwise, leave your box, leave your machine intact like that. When you're not using it, make sure everything's turned off, including what's in here. And again, when you first get it, there's going to be this little tab right here, little plastic, little clear tab. You got to pull that out, and then as you'll see, a little black switch on that white box. That's what you're going to need. So that is the function of the Vampire machine. You've got several manuals that come with this. Best wishes, and I wish you all the positive energy in the world. I am Dr. Kelsey, the Wish Doctor, thewishdr.com. Don't be afraid to contact me if you're not understanding something, looking for some suggestions. Feel free to reach out to me. Best wishes.